Hey guys, it's Peyton with the Fisher Family Farm. On today's video, we have tons of projects that we are working on. Over the weekend, we got part of the roof sheeted. As you can kind of see the dark areas, that's all sheeted up here. We left it a complete disaster, which is something we don't normally do. My framers, it was gonna be their last time helping me, and we worked until about 8 p.m. on Saturday night. We're just getting a full maintenance done on the house this morning. Today, we've got to finish out this utility shower. We found that we wanted to leave a floating roof here so there was nothing, so the shower feels really big. Well, this ended up being really loose. We're gonna put one more brace on there. We're gonna double 2x4 this up to the ceiling, and then I'm gonna wrap it with like a cedar or an aspen wood just to give it the same feel as we're going to do on all of the trim on the rest of the house. Time to go get sheeting for the roof right over here. Every time I drive down this road, I always try to put the scraper down to make it smoother. Now I'm multitasking. Now I don't want to get too many of these because my tractor will tip because I don't have the backhoe attachment on it, so she gets real front end heavy. All right, we've got the tractor up on the roof now. Now we'll be able to throw the ladder up, jump up there, and start running these sheets down. All right, guys, we've got Brandon over here. He's been the electrician. You've seen him in some of the other videos. We are getting everything prepped and ready for me to go through and start drilling everything and getting it ready.
I'm assuming that this is a corner cabinet. We'll just put a plug here.
So it'll be a corner and then stove right here.
So you'll have to make sure that this corner isn't in the stove.
I believe, yes, that is going to be, it's 18 inches and then stove.
We'll put the plug here.
Yep, I like that idea to have a plug right here. So then we can have this for the corner shelf right here.
120, 30 or something more like right here. You'll just have to remember that that is a plug.
I am on top of the world. Actually, just on top of our beautiful new roof. Dustin's down there getting things finished off. We ran into another hiccup over here where at first I was just planning on bumping my sheets right up to this and making that happen. Well, this wall on the other side, it became a lot taller. So now what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna slice into this concrete block. We're gonna bust those off, make it so we can just touch those two pieces together and make a nice clean roof all the way down to there. And then we'll figure out kind of what's going on down there. Got some tools right here to get this stuff broken up. All right, you've watched me do this on one of these guys. Now we can go ahead and slide that sheeting right up onto this. I'm gonna get the Sawzall, cut this guy out, but we just need to do that to 1, 2, 3, 4 more. At least right here, and probably down the road, we'll have to do that to all those. All right, block 1 is completely done other than just cutting that little piece off. And I'm actually gonna do this all the way down, clean off the tops of all these so we can get our sheeting to go all the way through. All right, we've got the second one shaved off, and I am literally dripping with sweat. It is crazy between the stress of being high and everything. I want to show you guys what Dustin's doing over here. Is he's getting all these blocks trimmed off to where they're nice and clean and straight. The way that we had this roof set up is we tweaked it just a tiny bit to where we were between 1 inch and 3 inches perfectly off. Every single truss all the way down, and the wall bumped out. So it was 7 inches longer down there than it was down here. So we're cleaning all these blocks off. Go ahead and show us how you do that, Dust. It's literally, it's just like that. He's just going down every single one, all 30 of those. And as he gets down there, they'll get a little bit closer and a little bit closer. And then we're gonna string a 2x4x16 all the way up to the top and to the bottom of those. That way we can tack in our siding and get some fascia and soffit on there. Well, check this guy out. Getting our field mode. It's always fun to see the farm in full production, everything going on. And what it does is it bunches it up into the center here. They're gonna let it sit for a couple days, let it dry out just a little bit, and then they'll come back and bale it. They don't wanna bale it right away because it'll be too moist and the inside of the bales will get all moldy and nasty. I'm going to get back to work on these guys. I figured something out here. What I could do is I took my level and I braced it back here on one of the joists. And if you look at that, I don't even have to cut any of that one. I have to cut a little bit of this one. See how it's hitting? And you can see I've marked it right there, right here on this side and right there on that side. So what I did is I went down each one of those all the way down, and I just marked the exact little spots that I needed to cut on them. That way I don't have to keep cutting them up as much as I have been, because that is a massive ton of work. This is gonna cut my job down to like a fraction of the time rather than doing the whole thing. Number 4 is done. You can see that I actually shaped him like the roof line, so that'll actually come up and sit right on him. That'll be really nice. Number 5, thankfully, we're just gonna barely trim off a little bit. Number 6, we don't have to touch it except the metal things, and a bunch of these we don't even have to touch. Pretty awesome how fast things happen when you're watching them after we edit. When we're doing them, it takes hours and hours and hours of sweat, blood, and tears sometimes even. 5, 6, 7, I didn't have to do anything to. 8, I don't have to do anything to. 9, I need to cut 2 of the pieces of rebar. So you can see as some of these block, I have to cut down a lot more than others because they're different. So what we did is we laser leveled this to be the exact same level all the way across. And some of the blocks are a little bit lower, some of the blocks are higher. So we're just trying to even them out so that way the sheetrock will come up. We're gonna cut notches. We're gonna send that sheetrock out just a little bit over that. That way we can help protect the water on the outside of the building so it doesn't go inside the windows. So I just experienced something pretty sucky. These Torch carbine teeth blades, well, after cutting 2 pieces of rebar there and 2 pieces of rebar there, yeah, it's practically dull. We're gonna use a cutoff blade on here instead of the Sawzall anymore. Another one bites the dust. 5 more to go. It's amazing what the right tool does. This last blade cut 5 of those and it was already half dead. Make sure you use the right tool for the right job. Holy cow. We've got them all the way down to the last one. So excited. Hallelujah. I'm gonna go grab the blower and blow all this off. So when we are shooting the sheetrock over this, it's nice and clean. Now we blow. Well, that was a nice 6-hour delay getting the roofing done. Thankfully, it's all done, cleaned up. Now, hopefully, all of the sheets will go right over it and we will make it look very good. All right, that literally set us behind almost a whole day. Thankfully, Dustin was able to get the majority of this going. Tomorrow, we're gonna go the rest of those on. I blew out all the stuff up here, ended up all over the floor. I made up some huge piles. We got all the little people here today. I'm gonna finish up the bathroom. We're gonna get this guy set up. I gotta bust that out, hook it up to the top of the ceiling. That way this room can be finally all finished up. I literally thought, and it is crazy, there is a monster storm brewing. It is coming in hard and fast. The wind is really whipping up. We're starting to bring everything inside. The opening is here, but yet it's raining over here. It's because the wind's blowing so hard it's shooting in. Oh man, now it's getting blasted. We don't get rain very often, that's for sure. It's almost drying up as fast as it's coming in. It's like little pelting us. They're almost like little hail balls. Good thinking, guys. These guys are awesome. Watching out for Dad's tools already. Holy cow. Now it is seriously coming down. It is like blowing in sideways. The temperature has probably dropped. We moved the majority of the important stuff. The wind and rain is not stopping these guys from having fun. Okay, well here's the new update. It is pouring rain, completely soaking everything. Huge puddles. This is insane. It's literally blowing 15 feet back into there, going all the way down in there. So we have to move all the tools way down. Trying to move tools. It's insane. This amazing little thing the girls set out for me was awesome until it started literally pulling. It literally just keeps getting worse. It's just pounding us. It's like waves of just boom, boom, boom. Just gonna let them sit, they'll dry, and we'll just have to deal with it. Holy cow, I'm trying to make it back to my truck, and it's literally pounding me. Whew! That is insane. We'll get you guys back on tomorrow's video, because I think we're officially rained out today. Yesterday was absolutely crazy. You can still kind of see a hazy, misty fog in the air from yesterday. We've got a couple spots where we got a little bit of sinkholes going from not quite compacting the soil just enough. Oh my gosh, yesterday, I can't even begin to say how crazy that was. Not gonna slow us down or stop us even in the tiny bit of today. We are going to be finishing up getting this roof laid out. We're gonna be working on getting all these special cuts done, all along this top roof line and figuring out a whole bunch of stuff that is, I don't know how to do that, but we're gonna figure it out how to do that. We're gonna do is line our sheet up right here with this guy. We want to make sure and split that difference here. Go over here a little bit. I'm gonna make sure that I'm lined up on these guys on both sides. So that guy's got a little bit more, so we'll push him that way. We're gonna hang this piece over top 1 foot into here. That way it will help with the rain. One day once this comes off, we'll be able to build a better rain barrier, so that way when it does rain like it did yesterday, we don't get any rain inside the house. Before I make my first cut on here, what I've done is I've pulled down here the measurements so I can slide this 2x4 all the way up. Right here, my estimation is right there. Now, I'm showing you the first hole because I want you to see this is real, this is raw. If I make a mistake, that is what it is, and we're just gonna keep going forward. We're gonna set our saw to the depth I wanna cut. First sheet of plywood, we're gonna try this. Okay, so this side's good right here. See, and I'm touching a little bit in there. See, maybe what we'll do is we'll cut off some of that up there. That way it doesn't hit. I'm gonna pull this back here, cut out a row more. Now I just threw a 2x4 under there, just so I wouldn't hit that brace as I'm just trimming this guy out just a little bit. All right, I am really liking this. I'm a little bit further over on this side than I would have liked to. Thankfully, this is the last sheet. We'll be able to put this in and make this look real nice. We're just gonna do this over and over and over again all the way down. All right, this is cool. We've got the sheeting. We brought it up just past the peak a little bit because we're gonna slide the other sheeting right up under there, and then we're gonna cut one more line to make the perfect peak all the way down. We've left this overhang because we're gonna be blocking up under that to give it strength to go all the way down that way. And now we're gonna be working on getting all of the sheeting down around the rest of the edge on the ends and right here. All right, Dustin's coming in with another set of sheets. This will give us enough for this whole row here. I didn't tell Dustin to leave this out over a foot, so we're gonna pop these 5 little ones up, and then we're gonna extend it out over 1 foot, cut those off. That way we can make like a pretty overhang and do something fun on that. Progress, I feel like, is finally really starting to happen. We've got this entire side over here done, all the way down and around, all the way over the top. We just have a little piece over there. So we have to do 2 more sheets, tack these guys in, and then we are gonna come on this side and start sheeting a piece over here. All right, it's finally time to sheet this side. We're gonna put a 4-foot line right here. We're gonna snap that, and then we're gonna do the top first, come back and do all the bottom, make sure everything looks good. We are going to be done with the roof here very shortly. All right, I needed to turn this on because this was sketchy. All right, we're gonna finish throwing all these guys up onto here, and then we'll tack those 3, rip this, and we'll be safe and off the roof. Dustin just about threw the last piece of sheeting off the roof. We're there. On all these, we're really trying to make sure we've got right at that 1/16 of an inch of gap. That way our roof can expand and contract just a little bit if ever needed. This roof line is going to be kind of cool, I think. I'm really hoping this works. Saw this on Pinterest. The theory goes, now that these two are touching, if I cut right down this line, she should set right in, and they both should create just the perfect peak. That way we can put our top plate on and run it right over, or run our top cap with our shingles, and then just run down both sides. It should be super easy. All right, that was cool to have a nice idea for once. It actually supports each other on both sides, so when you get a little weight on there, pushes in, so that'll work great for our top plate there. All we have to do is finish stapling that, cut, and we can get off the roof for just a minute. Just a minute, because we got to get back up here to put all the shingles on, and the skylights, and the drip edge, and all the other stuff we have to do. This feels so good for just a moment. All right, we got all the sheeting done here. here, here, and here. The next task is I gotta go measure for the side panels, and we're gonna get those ordered, and we're gonna get prepped out and ready for that. As we are waiting for our side paneling to get here, I got a new toy. This is called a hole auger from Milwaukee. We have these green lines from the laser that we shot over there, just so we could be overly particular on how tight that they go. I satisfied myself. Drilled a few holes with that guy. Gonna make sure that that 3/4 is gonna work. And we have a butt ton of holes to drill through this entire house. It's gonna be a lot of work. As we do more electrical and plumbing, getting stuff cut in, I just found an issue where right here, I'm trying to run my drill through this wall here, and I can't because that 2x4 is there. So I'm gonna cut this 2x4 out, cut the other 2x4 out on that side. I'm just gonna run right up and over that wall. So for my plumbing, we'll go here, we'll punch the plumbing up and over and down, and then we'll just run it right through that, and then we'll punch the plumbing down right into this. Yes, way better idea. Now, we still do have to punch holes in this wall because our washer and dryer are gonna go right here, and our drain sink is right here on this side, so we need to get water over to that. What happened, Dustin? She's in there deep. You can take a big wrench and just try to crank it. Let's see if you can yank it with that guy. Nothing? Let me try it. No, I don't want to try it with the pliers. I want to try it with this guy. I got it. So the issue was it didn't have enough power. The issue was that the drill actually popped itself off. So I was able to just plug it back in, drill it back, and back to it. You just advanced to 3rd grade, brother. Another project that we are working on right now is building out our eave boxes for our fascia and soffit. And I've got this little guy right here that I put up there, but what I didn't realize is how off those are up there. So we've got to make this box much bigger. That way when we come out, we'll be able to make it even all the way down this. And also on this, we're gonna go get some anchor screws so we can run 1x up the top of this, and then we can make it more flush with this guy. That way we can put our siding on and give it a whole new frontal look. Now that we got our eave how we like it here, we're gonna go ahead and shoot that with the stapler across the top. Dustin's getting me some more boards over here ready so we can make that happen. And now I am gonna make a chain line of a bunch of stuff right here. That way we can get a bunch of them built. After lots of cutting, we've got these blocks all set up, ready to go for these guys out here. You can see us started the process right there, and we just have to go up, and we're gonna figure out once we get all of the siding on, how much and what we need to do, because it's gonna be kind of a chore back and forth on figuring out exactly how we wanna do this. Even though I know we're gonna make this place a complete disaster again tomorrow, I love showing up to a clean workplace. 10, 15 minutes every night, maybe 20 minutes, just do a real quick clean. It just makes everything, I feel like, start off the day better. Everything just goes better. It's late. It's been an amazing day, amazing week. We're getting so much accomplished. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next video.